Hi, this is Scott with Michigan Pool News, and I'm with Sherry from Great Lakes and Mike from Aquatic Source, and they're going to talk a little bit about tile and issues that Mike deals with day to day on ceramic tile in his facilities.
With the bather loads we see and people unfortunately not showering off properly and getting into the water, we have excessive scum lines, from body oils where their hands touch. Initially it was very labor intensive and time intensive. We were using a tile and vinyl cleaner. It was like a soap-based product which then created suds in the water, wouldn't last very long. I then stepped it up to a acid-based cleaning product. It did work, and obviously using a harsh chemical like that then affects your water chemistry, and you're constantly trying to balance out the water at that point. So it's definitely an ongoing issue we have in looking for something to help us prevent this problem.
I think you bring up a good point. As far as scum lines go, one of the things you're looking at is a problem. It's a problem for all of you. Many of you out there have spent countless hours, whether it's chemically trying to remove that scum line or manually trying to remove that scum line by brushing or using your Brillo pad. And we all know it's not fun. It's probably one of the most difficult parts of your job.
Yes.
And the worst part is it keeps coming back. You scrub, it comes back. You scrub, it comes back. And sometimes it comes back with a vengeance, even harder to scrub off than it did before. Part of that was what we call that a biofilm, and it's completely a buildup of oils and greases, and it's bonding completely with that surface.
Excuse me, yucky.
Exactly. You want to talk yucky. If you look at the University of Montana, actually some of their research and studies say that 99.1% of all harmful bacteria that's in that body of water, so when we're talking your cryptosporidium, when we're talking your staph, that's what we're talking about. 99.1% of that bacteria is in that biofilm or that scum line, and you're scrubbing it off, which probably doesn't sound too good for any of you. When we look at the enzyme, what we look at is the enzyme actually treats the water. So the enzyme is removing the oil and grease, all of those things that we technically like to call loading, things that are coming in from your bather, dead skin cells, perspiration, cosmetics, hairspray, all of those things that are helping that scum line build up. That enzyme is designed to degrade in the water. So the enzyme allows you to naturally remove those types of items so your scum line doesn't build up in the same manner that you would see a scum line normally. We find it to be a highly effective solution as far as treating that problem and making it easier for you to manage.
That sounds very good.
Oh, great. Well, that's the kind of stuff we need to use in a lot of our facilities, because there's a facility I don't walk into that you don't see a scum line, and knowing that 99% of the bacteria is hanging out there, that's pretty gross.
And we do talk a little bit about that. As far as the enzyme goes, we always talk about the fact that it is not a magic overnight pill. You don't put it in the water and think, I have had this horrible scum line that I haven't touched in 6 months, and expect to go back in there the next day and it's gone. The enzyme is a natural product, so it does take time to work. Can you leave that scum line on there, and eventually will that scum line go away? It will. However, we always like to talk about the enzyme and how it works. We kind of talk about the fact that if you have a clean surface to begin with, it allows the enzyme to get further into the pores of whatever that substance is and help keep it clean. If the enzyme has to work its way all the way down through, it certainly takes longer than if you start with a clean surface.
All right, great. Thanks, Sherry. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
Thanks for
you.
viewing Michigan Pool News. Click the link below if you'd like to learn more about Orb 3.